Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I'm Ryan Bowden. Thank you all for joining me. Before I even start this video, I want to say prepare yourself to be grossed out. This is for adults only because this article I'm about to read is pretty disgusting, okay? It just goes to show you the level of depravity that our country has sunk into. And it's in reference to a school janitor in New Jersey who was charged with placing them, how the article puts it, utilizing bodily fluids and placing it in foods and so forth in a school in New Jersey. I mean, among some other things. Wait till I read you this. This is some crazy accusations. So let's get right into this article. But unfortunately, it shows the level of our country and where we have gone in terms of depravity. It's just pretty bad. It's pretty bad, man. So the article says, a New Jersey elementary school janitor who previously made headlines for allegedly contaminating food and cafeteria utensils with bodily fluids and bleach is now facing, get this, child pornography charges. Prosecutors say you can't trust anybody. You know, it's bad. I can't pronounce this man's name, so I'm not going to even say it. But you'll see it in the article in the description box below if you decide to want to read this disgusting trash. But this individual, who's 25, had already been in custody since October 31st after state police received tips about his disturbing social media activity. He had posted, quote, extremely disturbing videos of himself while at work, end quote, at the Elizabeth Moore School, Cumberland County Prosecutor Jennifer Webb McKay said in a press release. Wow. Investigators found posts of this individual janitor made on a Telegram group thread, which appeared to show him, quote, performing sexual acts with inanimate objects at the school, officials said. Now, remember, this says it's appeared to show him doing it. So, you know, it's not beyond a reasonable doubt, but it appears that way. But I'm going to assume in my gut that that's probably what it was. So it says performing sexual acts with inanimate objects at the school, official said, noting that the janitor seemed to be, quote, doing things that would endanger the well-being of the students at the school, end quote. The material included janitor allegedly urinating, masturbating, and spitting on food and utensils used by children, Fox News reported. In the affidavit obtained by the outlet, it was said that this school janitor allegedly wiped, get this part, now this is the part that's gross to me, wiped his private parts and anus with bread, spit on bread before putting the food back in the container, and sprayed bleach into a container of cucumbers. Wow. The Upper Deerfield School District employee who was placed on leave after this arrest was also accused of spraying bleach into a container of food that was later served to kids, quote, with the intention of harming the students, end quote, by investigators. That incident alone was widely publicized by major news outlets, but the story became even more disturbing Thursday when the prosecutor's office announced that the school janitor was also allegedly in possession of child pornography before his initial arrest. Wow, this man has he was a really hateful person. Investigators can say with a reasonable degree of certainty that the child pornography that the defendant allegedly possessed and or distributed was not manufactured or made by the defendant, Webb McKay's office said in an updated statement. Rather, it is simply alleged that the defendant was in possession of it and distributed it to others. Doesn't make a difference. You're in possession of it. Investigators added that they are testing, quote, specimens from the defendant, end quote, to determine if there is a risk of infectious disease transmission to children who came into contact with the contaminated items. While the county health department said that the alleged crimes are, quote, not likely to possess a health risk, school parents told NG.com that some kids have been unwell. That some kids have been unwell. I mean, I don't know how the way they may be in a typo, but it seems to suggest that some of the kids were sick. Okay, that's messed up. The school manager has now been charged with the distribution of child pornography, possession of child pornography, aggravated assault, and tampering with food. That's the end of that sick and disgusting, nauseating article right there. This person, if this is true, and I'm pretty sure it is, this person needs to be put under the jail. around the jail, executed, whatever. This is a nasty, sick individual. Whatever happens to him, her, whatever, I don't know. I would not feel bad for it. I would not feel sorry for it. Do I wish harm on anyone? No, I don't wish harm on anyone, but I do want justice. And whatever justice that they met out, if they mete out justice to this individual, he, whatever this person is, I don't know, deserves to get punished to the fullest extent of the law. It is sad that we can't even, it's sad that we can't even trust janitors in the school. You usually don't hear this kind of stuff, you know what I mean, when it comes to possessing child pornography and doing sick things. You usually don't hear it from the janitor. It's usually the teachers. It's usually the teachers molesting kids or usually some kind of, usually a lot of times it's a female teacher, real beautiful female teacher, and she's engaging in sex, sex with students, something like that, But you usually don't hear anything about this with school janitors. School janitors tend to stay out of the limelight. But on the flip side of this, it seems to make sense that the school janitor in his sick mind was thinking, well, all eyes are not going to be on me anyway because I'm a school janitor. How many people know, how many school janitors are involved in this kind of stuff? So he probably was thinking about the fact that all eyes wouldn't be on him. Okay, they're going to be on the school teachers and all of that because they're the ones that usually get involved in this pornography, it's child pornography and all this other kind of crazy stuff. They're the ones that usually get involved in that type of stuff. It's not the school janitor. So he may have taken, I'm just thinking, using my own imagination, he may have been thinking about this and planning this. But whatever the case may be, this is a sick situation. This is a sick individual. And I hope that they get punished to the fullest extent of the law. And as I said, it just goes to show you the depravity that our country has sunk into. Now, I'm going to put this out there. I don't know if New Jersey is a Democrat-run place or let's just say it this way. I'm just saying, I'm gonna just put this out here. New Jersey is a Democrat-controlled state. Now, I'm not saying that this kind of stuff doesn't happen in Republican states. I'm pretty sure, obviously it does. Come on now. People have dark hearts everywhere. My point is this, is that because it's a Democratic controlled state, does the city, if it's Democrat, in which it's occurred in, will the prosecutors punish this person to the fullest extent of the law? That's my main thing. I hope that this person gets punished to the fullest extent of the law. But if it's Democrat controlled, doesn't mean that Democrats are lawless. That doesn't mean that, okay? But it does suggest, because communists have infiltrated the Democratic Party down through the years and are posing as Democrats, it could suggest that this man, this disgusting thing here, will not get punished to the fullest extent of the law. Yeah, the prosecutors, the prosecutor said all these type of things. Yeah, of course. Okay, of course. But you got to say that. You got to say that because it's right there in your face. You can't deny it. If you see the evidence, you can't deny it. The question is this person going to get punished to the fullest extent of the law because with this, in lieu of the fact that this is a Democrat-run state, okay? And with it being a Democrat-run state, you may have people in the council and so forth that are liberal and tend to protect these criminals because they feel these criminals are oppressed. I wonder how this is going to pan out. I just like to say, in the end of this video, it does matter who you vote for. I'm going to keep saying it because, and I'm not saying Republicans are guiltless. Let's be honest, man. A lot of these Republicans are just as guilty as Democrats. A lot of times, Democrats put things in, legislate for certain things. Republicans get in office, they don't do anything to repeal it. They let it sit there. So who's stuff like that. A lot of them are just as guilty. But let's be honest. Let me end the video on this. The 45 communist goals that were initiated back in the 1950s. And I'm not going to go into the detail of that, but you can look it up you can actually literally Google it. 45 communist goals on the congressional website or something like that. And in the communists had 45 goals. This all the way back in late 1950s. One of those goals was to take over one or both of the political parties in America. Now, our political parties comprise, for the most part, of Republicans and Democrats. One of the goals was to take over one or both of the political parties, to infiltrate the political party with their communist worldviews, okay? And one of the goals of communism, then and now, is to create lawlessness. I'm not making this up, okay? It's to create lawlessness, to fracture the community, to fracture the society by being easy on criminals and basically not bringing justice to victims. It's to cause moral chaos. Now, what I believe has happened is that these communists have infiltrated, for the most part, the Democratic Party and are posing as Democrats, but are not actually Democrats. And they're in all areas of legislation all over this country. And if in fact it's the same situation here in New Jersey, this individual, this sick piece of manure it's not going to serve any real time. So let's just see how this pans out. Based on my assessment, based on my theory here, let's see how this is going to pan out. But I just wanted to bring that out to show you just the level of depravity that our country, we all know that, is watching the video, the level of depravity that our country has fallen into, man, it's so bad. It's pretty bad. But let's see how this works out, man. Let's see how this works out. What do you guys think about this individual? What do you think about what happened here? Do you think this is just something that's made up, or you think it's accurate, or what? What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.